doing this. Alright, it should be streaming right now. Double check on the Twitch stream. Just one moment. I like the music. Okay, yes, we are live. All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Kelsey Coffman, host and producer for Tornado Tower. With me today is our guest, Jake Baker.
Hey.
He, if you remember, we had Sam Reha on here earlier, a couple weeks ago, and he was on Dictatorship, and Jake is also on Dictatorship. You're development director, correct?
Yeah, development director, designer, programmer, you know.
The two-person team, and you pretty much have to take on 3 or 4 roles at once, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna wait a couple more minutes just for some people because it just started. So at the end of the stream, we always do talk about his games, all the guest speakers' games or projects they're working on. Is there? Because I know like your website actually has your game, correct?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Dictatorshipgame.com. You can play a test build of the game. We are usually updating the game on the site pretty frequently. Well, we should have a new build up pretty soon. As soon as Sam and I finish implementing the new UI system we have.
Awesome. All right, you're going to see a weird change. I'm just going to flip the cameras real fast. So, because I noticed. Yeah, see? Hey, Jake.
Yeah, that's what I was about to.
I was like looking at that, like,
Yeah, I'm looking.
There you
I have to
go.
look right in order to.
I know, it was weird. Okay, now when I look at you, and I can see you.
Yeah, I think
now
part
it
of
looks
it's
normal
like the.
for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to be playing. We have a new iteration of our level 2. You're going to check out that. You might hear a couple new soundtracks
Okay.
from our game, so if you like that. And there'll be a couple of puzzles in there that people haven't seen from last time either in the second level.
Okay.
So let's give it a go. All right. Alright, and I'm so glad you all came out and see our stream, Tornado Fan Nados. Once again, if those are just coming in, my name is Kelsey Coffman, the producer and hosting the stream of Tornado Tower's new updates, and with us is Jake Baker from Dictatorship, a two-person team that deals, would you call it strategic?
Yeah, I would describe our game as a strategic city builder that, like, the goal of it is to simulate the social and economic forces that power dictatorships.
Ooh, mean dictators, or nice dictators. Can a dictator actually be nice? Well, I'm sending you up here.
In theory, but the part of the goal of the game is to teach you that the social and the social pressures and the economic pressures of dictatorships force people into doing terrible things just to remain in power. That's going in with the goal of being the best possible dictator just ends up losing power. You end up losing power.
Cool. Well, all right. That's actually good to know. All right, you're gonna see it lag just for a little bit. I'm gonna hand you your controllers, and don't worry, guys. You're gonna see exactly what he sees in just one moment. Yep, not 1 minute. Oh, the life of a... Is that too loud for you? You can turn it down. As soon as it's too loud for you, I can turn it down. Okay, Jake? And for anyone out there, if it's also loud for you, go ahead and tell me and I'll turn it down.
Sorry, yeah, I couldn't hear you at all until I.
Okay. Alright. 1 second to know fan natives. Music. Kill his ears. Alright, so that's one of our new soundtracks, as you guys probably heard. Sometimes when we get new audio in, it does get a little loud at times, so I'm just gonna go in this little level. I don't want you guys to be bothered seeing all the tech parts of it. There we go. Okay. It didn't go down. Alright, that's interesting. Save that. Okay, Jake, do you hear it now?
Yep, and it is currently at a reasonable volume.
Okay, good.
And
you're gonna see it
so
lag for
before
a moment.
just before you stopped it. Oh, I guess it's starting again.
Yeah, it's lagging.
Yeah, it's lagging the rendering of it.
And it's going to be off. Gotta make sure that everyone else gets to see you, right? Yep. Gotta play the game. Doop 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 doop. Gotta play that game. Yep. Doop 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 doop. Okay, there you go. Whew. I'm gonna hand your controllers now. Okay, now we can play this game. Here's your left hand. Alright, there you go. Here is your right one. Alright. I don't think, when's the last time you played our version of our game?
Before you got most of these art assets in, I remember it was like right after you got the player character.
Right after player character, okay. That was definitely a couple months ago. Whew. So, I know, in our level here, we have little tutorial points for you. How do you actually feel about seeing those comments up there?
They definitely stick out for right now. Very like standard programmer acid-y.
And with your sound effects, I know like in your game you have sound effects, but for these, do you think these sound actually manageable to you? Do they make sense? And that's a good thing with audio, people. You want to make sure if you're going to have anything with sound that it makes sense with that object. It's not good to have an audio that doesn't sound good for it. So I guess when you picked up that collectible, did that sound reasonable for you, Jake?
Yeah, it seemed okay.
Oh, Coffman just gave us a purple heart. Right back at ya. There you go. She hearted us. Or
So,
he hearted us. She, he.
They.
It's a good they. They. There you go. They hearted us.
So I guess right now, all I can really do. Oh,
Did you see that?
I was gonna say all I could do is jump and do this thing with my grip.
Yes.
But
So what you just showed is our bubble. It's another mechanic that the wind can do. At the moment, you can do it anytime instantaneously, but we're gonna make sure it's introduced in the third level. For now, just for the players at the moment to play test it. Oh, he came up on something.
oh, so
Yeah, this one is
so you can do this with the left trigger or the right B.
Yes, we still think B button might be the best, but we have that left trigger just in case.
I think I like the left trigger better because I'm using my right finger, like my right thumb, to press A and jump, and having to move it to B. Like I would like to sometimes jump and boomerang, I guess. So
Yes.
okay, now there are two. And I don't exactly know what these are. Are these like collectibles or? I know, like, I already know a little bit about your game, so I guess my first guess, knowing a bit, would be wind spirits, but, like, that's not apparent. Okay, right, this is controlled by my motion tracker. Let's see. Oh, right, trigger. Cool.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool indeed.
Okay.
Oh, pretty nifty with it. Alright, but there is something we did add in new. Go ahead and see if you can grab that ledge on the side.
Like, just the ledge?
Or the next one. Whichever, like, whenever you grab a ledge, I just want people to see this.
I've been
Okay,
doing
right
it.
there.
Yeah, I've been doing that for a bit.
Okay, so that is very new that we put in. I don't think we had that in our last stream, but now our character can grab the ledge and walls to save them from falling at times. The animation's a little janky, but we're working on it.
Yeah, I've
But-
seen it go through the floor. Like, I would grab a ledge, and it would, like, stick me inside the floor, and I would grab upward. Whoop. Whoops. Where do I start?
Right
Okay.
at the checkpoint.
Okay.
Alright, let's... Oh, what...
And
Yay! Okay, so
Okay.
someone did comment earlier when they play tested this that they kind of wish there was something else to grab past the ledge. Do you kind of get that feeling too when you were at that edge?
so, what do you mean grab past the ledge?
So if you put like a sphere out in the air and you'd have to use your wind tunnel to go get it, did you get that urge to maybe you kind of wanted to see something there?
Oh, you mean like jumping back and forth like this?
Yeah. Kind of.
I guess, but I don't
Yeah.
think it was necessary for that level right there.
Alright, Kaufman R says, cool bubble. Does the bubble save you from the boomerang? Does it
Well-
save you from the boomerang? Well, the boomerang doesn't attack you, Kaufman R. But why don't you give it a go? Why don't you try making that pink bubble with the grip of your right
Oh,
triangle?
right, it's this one right here.
Yeah, and throw your boomerang in it. Alright. So it did do something. Maybe make the bubble closer to you? Ah, there it is. Okay. So the boomerang does get affected by the bubble. I wonder what else it can get affected by. Let's see if Jake can find it.
Oop.
Alright, and as you guys probably
on.
noticed, there is no art or color in this level. This is this is level 1. We did show it a little bit of last week's, and we're making sure the platforms are getting better and checking out stuff. Because we
So-
don't want to put in art until it's necessary. It's one of the last steps you put in.
So, this time I can only have one wind tunnel at a time.
Yes.
Why?
So we want to do the constraint of you get to gain a win segment. So instead of giving the player freely of all their abilities, we want to make sure they have a challenge and a motivation in the level to go through it and complete the level and eventually complete the entire game. So we thought by gaining a win segment every level, and you have to collect it in each level, is a good motivation. Because we don't want to just give everyone stuff away. Even though it is cool, get unlimited win, I won't lie. But,
Okay. By the way, when I'm hanging off a ledge,
Oh,
sometimes I would want to fall down.
sometimes you would want to fall down. Okay.
Yeah, and right now if you hit A, I can never tell when the wind tunnel's about to come back, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can drop down. I was expecting to be able to drop down if I hit A and down, but I guess
Well, that's kind of good. Do you feel like you would want to push A again to jump down? Because right now when you push A, what do you notice when you do when you're on the ledge?
Well, pressing A is how you climb up, but I was thinking my thought of how it worked was you press A and up to climb up, or you press A and down to climb down, instead of just pressing down.
So you mean like pushing A and the stick button at the same time? Okay. That's pretty interesting. What do you guys, Tornado Fanados, think about that? If you're thinking, if you want to climb up or climb down, would you want to push a button and move the stick up to climb up? Or move down by pushing a button and having the stick go down? That's kind of interesting.
I'm not sure what it is in the center of the tower here.
So so that's just a little bug we have at the moment. It's one of the natural winds, and you do see those in levels. You saw in the last level where you got to when you didn't have the wind yet, you actually had to go up a wind tunnel. Those are natural winds in the levels.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, like that. I do love my tea. I got green tea again. Jake didn't want any tea. That's why he doesn't have any. I'm not being a mean host, I promise.
Oh, that was weird. Hold on. Oop, I'm gonna fall.
No, save yourself.
So like, I flew up into the wind tunnel, but I, for some reason, went right, even though the tunnel was pointing left.
Was the arrow pointing?
Oh,
left?
there we go.
There you go. Okay.
Like, that was weird.
All right. Let's see. Checkpoint.
Nope.
Nope. Alright, so how she designed this level, and it was by Anita Wilhelm. She is our development director and also level designer on the team, because it's a 5-person team, on development team. And so here one of the main things she was trying to deal with is you have to use one segment of wind. And that can be a challenge itself when people in the beginning and earlier testing, they had so much wind. It's not everyone likes the constraint, but it also forms a type of challenge for the players if they have a little constraint. But like I said, you do earn a new segment in every level. So Let's see if you can get the new segment.
Let's see. So I'm not quite happy with like how long it takes to respawn.
Mm-hmm. You don't like the black screen, huh?
Well, the black screen is okay, but it feels like it takes a few seconds too long.
Yeah. It's probably because it could be rendering or trying to load everything.
There we go. So
that's always good to know. We were in talks of maybe putting an image there, kind of like a type of loading screen, so people don't see blackness. Because some playtesters think that when they see a black screen, they think they broke the game for a moment, or it ended. So there is talks of that, making sure the transitional screen and also the when you die screen and come back to life, there's an image there or something. It's one of our tasks to do. Oh, and just in case you guys are coming into our Twitch stream, my name is Kelsey Coffman. I'm the host and the producer for Tornado Tower. And right now you're watching the updated version of Tornado Tower in our game development. My guest today is Jake Baker. He is a development director for the game called Dictatorship. Yeah! And two-person teams are pretty hard. And he's on a two-person team right now. Alright, and actually, I forgot to tell you, Tornado Fanados, if you guys didn't see the messages yesterday on Facebook and Twitter. So our team went to a game event called Spring Play Event in San Francisco. It was at the Google Launchpad. Jake was actually there. You came later on, though, right?
Yeah. There were it was split up into 2 time slots, and I was in I came in the second one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This checkpoint didn't fire.
All right. There might be something wrong with that collision. Good eye, Jake. He's a good play tester. So at the event,
whoops.
It was kind of funny. So you guys aren't here when we have to set up stuff.
So it did it did create a checkpoint, but it just didn't play an animation.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, it is kind of backwards. Maybe the animation's a little too small.
I see a light there. So it might be that it's on, it's just turned the wrong way. Also, I don't know what this or this over here are for, because they seem to be going up to nothing.
Yeah, I had people comment that last time, and but Anita did tell me what they're for. I'm not gonna spoil it. It is a really cool idea. So there is a puzzle forming, but I don't want to spoil all the goodiness because I want the people to see it in the future.
Also, I'm not sure what the render technique you're using to do this is, but the wind tunnels seem to be in front of the blocks here. It seemed. Hold on, let me check something. Okay, I guess that is normal for the other wind tunnels. Yeah, and if you think about it, wind kind of if there's cracks in a building or wall, it's gonna get through. But yeah, so it's I think I told other streamers before, they're still placeholders. We might do particle effects, I think, when we're going to go changing it, and we're thinking of other timers for the wind tunnel so people get a better sense on when it's going to disappear or not. But so far, I think it's been a nice placeholder. At least it's blue. It would have been weird if it was another color, like purple. But purple's pretty cool. I like that color too. But blue makes sense, to me. Anyways, okay. So the spring play event. So Tornado Tower went to San Francisco for the spring play event, and in the beginning we all set it all up. Everything seems to be working. But then we noticed that when people would come play our game, they were kind of they had to go turn it almost 180 in the chair to look at the character. And when they collected the wind spirit, that little blue spherical ball that Jake makes with the wind, people couldn't find it. And then we figured out that our sensor motions, they weren't calibrated correctly. So we had to actually stop the gameplay and recalibrate everything. Met a lot of cool people. I met Sonia and River. And then there's one guy, he just labeled himself as the one. There's a guy named Steven. He was pretty cool. But overall, I think we had a really good time, and people got to see our games. And I think once again we're the only third-person VR game there, and not a lot of people see VR, or at least third-person VR games. That was weird.
Yeah, actually that was a little weird, a little something there. But the event went well. Okay, the worst part, NA. Hey Kels, I wanted to say hi, but Rajo told me not to, so. Oh, Rajo, that technical director. Well, it's okay. The worst part, NA. I say hi to you. See? And a heart. Well, is it a heart? I don't know. It's a weird heart. Hand heart? Just hi.
So I'm curious about the spiral shape that these collectibles are making.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would imagine that they'd form a circle that goes... I don't know. Either I would only imagine them as either being like halos going around the player's head or the character's head, or like it's just like the kind of spiral they're making right now doesn't really stand out as anything normal that I'd expect, I guess. I don't know how to say that.
Normal.
Like, it's like they're kind of each one is making a circle, and they're kind of they're separated into several like they're staggered from each other.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
A little spherical, huh? So
It's almost like from looking at it just head on like this, perpendicular to to the character, they're kind of doing a wave, but only like more of like a whip kind of wave, which is really weird. I don't know. It's just like it's a strange shape just from looking at it like this. Maybe if there were more, then they connect, but that wouldn't make sense because of how they're positioned.
So if we had 10 collectibles, it would actually fill a circle. And at the moment, we didn't know if we wanted those little balls to follow you behind or not, like a trail. So over the head, at least we find at least its animation is form of movement. It's nice for people to catch on. But I don't know. What do you think? Would you prefer it was still over the head if there's this halo? If it wasn't going that little graph sign, would you prefer it going just regular circular in a halo form? Or would you prefer it trailed behind you? Or would you prefer you didn't see it at all?
That's tough. I mean, I kind of understand why you're having them shown at all, just because they're collectibles and you want to know how many you have. But maybe if they did form, like maybe you didn't need all 10 to form the ring. Maybe you formed the circle out of however many there were in the level. Yeah. So like if there are 4, then it takes 4 to complete the ring. If there are 5 like this, then this would complete the ring on its own, and you would just have the number in the level be what it takes to form a ring.
Awesome. Oh, Hank the Tank says, "Hi Kelsey, hi you all." Well, what's up, Hank the Tank 661?
So I picked up an egg.
You did pick up an egg.
I guess.
What does the egg do in the next level, I wonder?
I wish I would know what the egg did in this level, I guess.
That would be good. Well, something did change, if you notice, on your little wind spirit. Wonder what it is.
Oh, I didn't think that happened when I picked up the egg. I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah. So
by the way,
you guys got?
I didn't notice when the music stopped.
Did the music stop for you?
Well, I didn't notice it until it started playing again.
Ah. Yeah, the looping on the music isn't done yet. Ooh, you got it. Yay. So what he just picked up, ladies and gentlemen, is the golden egg. It's a placeholder right now, but that's one of your wind segments. So in this level, he can now make 2 wind segments, technically. Alright, Coffman R says, what does bubble do again? The bubble is new. Alright, so yes, the bubble is new, Coffman R. So the bubble will, if you interact with the bubble with your player, with the boomerang, enemies, and traps, it should slow down its timing. As you can see, he kind of slowed down in the air. Yeah. Now you could try on some of those laser eyeballs if you want, Jake, and see what it does.
Huh.
Alright. Time speed change, I think. Time speed change, I think. Hank the Tank 661 says. Yeah, it kind of, I would say it slows down. It just slows him down. I guess you would say it's a delta time. I have to look at the blueprint for it. And for those that don't know, Unreal uses uses blueprints. It's coded in C++, but blueprints, it looks like you have these boxes, and then you make little wires to each box.
I keep mixing up the bubble and the wind tunnel at key moments when I shouldn't mix them up.
That's okay. Actually, do you like having that little bubble on the grip? Or
In
would you prefer
theory,
it somewhere
yeah, but
else?
I guess maybe on the other hand.
On the other hand,
Maybe.
oh, okay, that's interesting. Why would you say you want it on the left hand than the right?
So I don't keep mixing it up with the wind tunnel.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
All right, so this is now level 2. As you guys see, there's no plants, there's no colors in it. There is a horizon. I did put that in there. And once again, I didn't put any art in it because I need to iterate a couple more stuff to it. And once I feel like the level's complete, then I'll start putting in more art and more color into it. But there are 5 new puzzles in this one. Yes, and some of you guys haven't seen them yet. Oh, here you go. Oh, good job, Jake. He went to puzzle 1. Oh, can he make it? Yay! Ooh, nice save. That was a good. You're a good strategizer. Actually, you're not a strategizer, I don't think. Let's see what. You're a jumper. That's what you are.
Is it analyzing the things that I'm doing and giving me like a label?
Is it? No, that's. So there's 2 different players in the game. There's strategizers and jumpers, and that's based on how they play the game. There's always one of the other. Sometimes people play both if they feel like it, but normally they would stick to one type of playing method. And you are a jumper. There's nothing wrong with a jumper. You like to jump and make wind. Oh, so you see what the bubble did? I don't know if you guys noticed, the first time when Jake got killed by an eyeball, it killed him, a little bit quicker. But when the bubble hit the eyeball, did you notice it actually went slower halfway? And that's supposed to be the intent. So the bubble can be used maybe to get away from certain enemies or kill the enemies faster. And that's a pretty good strategy if you have people that want to strategize how they want to destroy an enemy or deal with stuff. Oh, and Tigress with 3 R's and 3 S's says, yes, more puzzles. You're welcome, Tigress. Hopefully when you get to play it we publish it to the public on June 3rd. And that's also in the Sammy Showcases. If you guys want to come play our game live in Santa Clara, you can actually play some of those puzzles, Tigress. And all you awesome Tornado Fan-nados. Alright. And you already did the gate puzzle. That's actually puzzle number 2. Yes. So Jake, how do you feel about flowness in the game? Do you get a good sense of movement? Do you not like when you have to stop all the time? Or do you feel like you don't stop enough?
I think that I'm fine with the movement, though there are times where the character seems to slow down for no real reason. I haven't really been able to figure out why. Oh, huh. I haven't noticed, so I just noticed now that the music changed when I grabbed that last one.
Oh, did it?
Was that the last 1, 2, 3, 4? So having them turn around like that is kind of weird, but hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 7, but there's an 8th there and a 9th.
There might be a couple more, and there's reason for that later in the production of the game. All right, so you did go through 2 out of the 5 puzzles. Let's see if you can go after the others. And maybe, yeah. Yes, excellent. I love when people use the boomerang in the wind. There was somewhere that, I think the last streamer said boomer smash. I think that's what he called it, when you use the wind to destroy an enemy.
I wish the wind tunnels would regen faster.
You wish you would regenerate faster?
Yeah, I feel like there's too much time in between them. I feel like I need to use them more quickly than they regenerate.
Okay, so the charging time is a little too slow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually good to know. Hank the Tank 661 asks, can the character change his speed? Technically, yes, when he's interacting with the wind. So when he's in that pink bubble, you notice that the character slows down. When he is in the wind, sometimes when he glides, he kind of moves slightly faster, you've noticed. Just slightly, not all the time. Alright, very good method, I like that. You want to go ahead and look a little bit higher up to see what you're doing with the fist for the guess?
I don't know where they can and can't see, so...
Okay, there you go. So, maybe get one when it's mid-movement, and then people can see the difference. So here's one affecting the trap. Come on.
Still is pretty fast.
It does do it. Oh, I think it pauses it. I think it actually makes it not stop. Oh, okay, Hank the Tank 661 asks, does the character change its speed as in, like, sprint, maybe? No, the character doesn't do any sprinting. But that's actually a good thought to put in a game. It just means it's, if we give the character certain features or abilities, that means our design has to change with it as well. So if I made the character, or Rachel or Francis did it, or Anton, or Nita, decided to, like, okay, let's put in a sprint for the character. We have to really think, okay, how good is a sprint gonna be? And I have to design around that. But at the moment, no, he cannot sprint. I don't know if we will put a sprint method. What do you think, Jake? Would you think a sprint for this character would be nice?
I think it's fine. Well, hold on. Let me see. I want to try something that I know that I've tried before. No, okay, so the wind doesn't actually make you go faster unless you're actually unless you're in the air. So that's maybe if...
Is it really in the air or is it when you jump?
Or as long as you're not on the ground. Like if you're on the ground, the wind apparently doesn't affect you. Which does solve one of the bugs that I had found a while ago.
Yeah, Jake found this bug where if you kind of saw, you put the wind against each other with the character, and the character would explode because he killed him. He killed the character. It was a funny bug, but it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, Anton and Rachel got rid of that. Ooh, so here's a new enemy. And he destroyed it, woo! So that's what we call, sometimes we call it the pusher enemy or the shield enemy. And that one, if you get into his collision close enough, he will go after you. He will chase you until you get away from him fast enough. Oh, yes. See, you made a little circle.
Whoa.
Oh. Smart, Jake! Yeah! Awesome. Whew. Hank the Tank 661 says, cool bad guy. Well, thank you, Hank the Tank. I'll make sure to tell our artists that. We still are bringing in 5 new enemies. Their models are almost done. They're just coloring them, and then we have to deal with the last animations, but they're right there. Because if you like the placeholder for that shield enemy or for the eyeballs, wait until you see the newer ones and their abilities. There's actually an enemy we're going to try popping out of the ground and grab ya. Hopefully it doesn't eat you too bad, but... Okay, so how do you feel, Jake? And do you feel any dizziness or sickness? And the reason I do ask this because if you play in VR, people do feel a little weak at times.
I don't know. I think I've been feeling okay.
All right, that's good. That's good. And in case anyone is tuning in for now, my name is Kelsey Coffman. I'm the producer and the host for this channel, updating on Tornado Tower, the game. And our guest speaker today is Jake Baker. He's development director for a game called Dictatorship. And he'll talk about his game in the last 10 minutes of our show today. All right, what will Jake do?
Oh wait, this is going down. Never mind.
That's okay.
Oops, didn't catch myself.
You almost did. See, I knew someone was gonna do that. When I was designing this puzzle, I knew they have to get down somehow. All right, let's see. So close. Oof.
If only I had my wind recharge fast enough.
All right, I'll just bug Rachel about that. I can hear her now no, damn it. Hopefully there's no kids watching, but if there is, I'm sorry if you heard me cuss. Well, it's not cussing, just don't repeat after me, please. not that word.
So I would assume that was a trap, and if I had gotten there at the wrong time, it would have forced me to fall and die.
Why don't you try it out?
Well, I don't feel like I would do that.
How do you feel when you look down?
I think I need to keep adjusting my headset when I do because it falls down off the bridge of my nose.
Some people say they get vertigo when they look down.
I mean...
Because if you're immersed enough, you get that feeling of I'm really high up. And I know I get that a couple of times. I can imagine my dad doing that. He'd be like, ugh. Actually, that'd be pretty funny. I would love him to play our game. But he's in Bakersfield. So, he's an awesome teacher. If you guys ever see my dad, say hi.
Interesting. It's pointed downward, but it doesn't actually speed you up the same way that I guess this would.
Does it, or it's just different angle?
I mean, I would think that the wind pushes you. So if you're already going down, you'd probably go down faster. Except that one slowed me down as I went down, so that I could actually like. Hold on a second. Where was
go ahead and
my
explore.
last
We still have
checkpoint?
like a few more minutes still.
So, I do. Damn.
Almost. I like when people experiment with it to see if they can slow down or not with the wind, because the wind can save you. It saved when some playtesters do play. It does save them. Sometimes they'll make it go on the side. Sometimes they do it down, just like you did.
So if I.
Oh, you missed it.
Just barely
missed it,
missed.
just barely. How fun. Remember, you have 2 wins.
I pressed the wrong button there again. I meant to do the bubble first.
You want to slow down first and then think about it?
Oh.
Oh.
I want to slow down so I can actually aim, because
Okay.
at this height, it's very easy to barely miss.
Awesome. So, question for my Tornado fan nados.
Ooh.
If you could interact with the environment, what do you wish you could interact with in the game?
There we go.
Someone just said, Jake, they said, may the wind be with you. If no one understands that reference,
I'm pretty sure everyone understands that reference.
not if they've never seen
There's
Star
a very
Wars.
good chance they understand that reference.
I don't know. There are people out there that have never seen Star Wars. I don't
Yes.
know why you've never seen Star Wars, but I hope
It's
you are the
ve-
person watch
There are
it.
people. I know at least one person who just doesn't want to see Star Wars,
Oh,
but you at least know the phrase "May the Force be with you."
Yeah. The worst part, NA says, nice job, Jake.
Thank you.
He says thank you. Alright, so we're at the start menu. I'm going to go ahead and have you... Ooh,
Oh,
Nice.
Did I?
nope, you quit the game. Yay, you did it, Jake!
I didn't even know what I thought I was jumping on a log or something.
Here's our editor, everyone. You're not going to see it right now because I'm going to, boom, show an image.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and take off your Oculus, give you a little breather for a moment.
Okay. So I think you said something about trying a different iteration of the level.
Yay. Worst part, NA says, yay! You did it. Alright, hang on. Sorry. Reach over. My team wanted me to give this to you.
Oh.
It is marshmallow gummies. There you go for our guests.
It's only a little bit after Easter.
It's a little bit. I promise it tastes good. So
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. It's okay, you don't have to eat it right now. You don't want people to see you eat the food.
This
we-
isn't a eating channel.
No. That would be kind of funny. Well, I'm drinking tea. That might count. Well, no. No. Not if I was having boba. That would count. But, alright, so what do you think of the game then so far? What do you think of Tornado Tower and its iterations?
I think it's coming along. I hope to see like what the art looks like for the second and third levels, and the enemies are definitely you could have a good variety, I guess. I'm a little curious about the theming of them, because you have the eyeball enemy that's kind of stood up on like a hand, or at least like the stalk looks like a hand.
Yeah.
And you have fists that like do the thwomp thing. But then the other enemies, I wish I'd gotten a better look at the one with spikes that pushes forward.
Well, we can. You
like-
still have a few more minutes afterwards. We can have you look at it.
Well, if you can get there, like if you can get me there fast enough, I guess.
There's one on the same tier when you start. I don't think you went there though. I don't think.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I went through that whole level, because I did get one with the boomerang well before you mentioned, oh, that's a new enemy. So I guess I just got it too fast.
Yeah, and so we do actually have a story for it, and I know there are a lot of games that are very story-driven. Technically, Tornado Tower isn't a story-driven game, but there is a story behind it on why this adventurer is with this wind spirit in the Tornado Tower. Pretty much, and we've changed the story a couple of times. We always knew it was going to be the two of them together somehow.
Sure.
So right now,
Link and Navi.
Like, I know it's Navi. I still want to say Navy. No one hate me when I say that, but I grew up saying Navy with the Ocarina of Time series. But anyways. So far for a story, the synopsis is you're an adventurer with the help of the wind spirit trying to escape the Tornado Tower from the evil spirits.
Okay.
And with the evil spirit, all those monsters you see were past adventurers and people who used to be there. So this evil spirit will kill these people and transform them into these dark enemies. And so they're trapped there with their souls, pretty much.
So is there a reason why you start on the ground in the first level?
On the ground? It's still
because
technically in the air. It's just a little bit closer to the ground.
Well, it seems like the entire first level, like the ground of the first level is completely flat. Like you're not going to go beyond that. So it just seems like...
No, you can't go down unless we actually open those ways for you. So the first level that you play, which is the one with all the pretty art in it, the tutorial part, that is meant to be very linear and make sure it's safe enough so you can learn the mechanics. You used to have enemies in it. Some people didn't like that. They didn't like dying all the time, so you got rid of it quickly, except for the eyeball, because we need to make sure you know what the boomerang does pretty much. Yeah,
though I think with the eyeball, I think it attacks you too quickly. I think it might be hard to judge or it might be hard to get it right just because the player is able to kill it really quickly as well. But I feel like if it just getting within its range and having it immediately trigger that laser just feels a little frustrating when you might not have enough time to line up a shot with your boomerang. So if, like, when I see that eyeball, I think of the Zelda enemies that have the single eye that turns around and fires lasers. So I would think that if the eyeball were spinning and if you were within its range while it is spinning and sees you, then that's when it would fire the laser. But
that's pretty good. That's a good idea.
Yeah, like having it just fire immediately just kind of feels cheap.
Oh, it feels cheap? Okay. I'll make sure to tell Anton that. He's the one that's designing most of the enemies. I'm sorry, the tea's making me burp a little.
It's okay.
What about camera movement? Was it too slow, too fast? You feel it's just right?
So I think it works pretty well. I was keeping in mind one of the things that we heard recently from a guest speaker about how VR camera movement is the best way to move the camera while the player's in VR is doing it using linear movement rather than having it be like start up slow, then get faster, then slow down. That kind of acceleration, deceleration, because linear movement with no acceleration tricks the player's brain into thinking that they haven't sped up. They're going at a constant speed no matter what, even if you just start them moving immediately. So like it seems like you're close to doing that, but I did feel that there was some acceleration or deceleration to it. I don't know. Like I don't know the actual code behind it. So like for the most part, it seems like it's close to that linear movement, but which I think is supposed to, which is why it works pretty well.
All right, I'm
but
glad.
There is I do feel like there is a little bit of that acceleration in there.
All right, yeah, because I know some people don't want acceleration, the camera movement. No acceleration. Not good in VR. At least not in VR. It's not a good thing because people get sick if there's too much, acceleration in there. I remember. So. For those who are watching, and if you are developing a game or anything on the tech side, if you'd like to come on our stream, you can go ahead and contact me. You can leave a message here on Tornado Towers, and we can get you set up on our Twitch streams. I like looking for guest speakers that are in the gaming industry, no matter what it is. Could be a project, student project, could be AAA, indie, even if you're just working on a cool software. I welcome new streamers to talk about their projects. Which is what we're going to talk about, is now Jake's game. Let's see the newest update for Dictatorship. It's going to switch to their awesome thing. Boom.
Yep, that's our logo.
It's a very nice logo. So I know I asked Sam last time about, like, can you be a nice dictator? And he told me that you can, but there's always consequences. So the game, like, either you're going to get, people won't like you. It's kind of like, I feel like no matter what you do, people are always mad at you.
Yeah, that's the crux of it. Like, people want things out of you for various reasons. Like, people, the general population of your country want to be, to have good living conditions. Like, they want to eat, for example. And
you gotta want to eat.
The more they have, like, the more I guess the more amenities they have, the less control you have over them, because they're happy and more free, and when they are more free, if they do become unhappy, then they'll be more willing to try to overthrow you, to try to rebel against your government. While, as putting the working class of the country aside, you have the social elite of the country that are part of the group that you select your country's ministers from, the people in charge of the large portions of the government. And the social elite and the ministers the ministers, first of all, want to be paid. Like, you set
who doesn't want to get paid?
You set their paychecks, and if they aren't getting paid enough, and if the social elite in your country aren't being taken care of well enough, then they will work together to plot a coup and overthrow you that way. So, two sets of people that want different things, and you're supposed to answer to both of them. And the only way to do that is through making pretty hard decisions and doing pretty not nice things. As a dictator, I would assume that they're not nice.
Nope. Oh, hang on. I'm going to stop right there just to make sure you answer. First, I'm going to put on some music. If it's too loud, please tell me. And I'm just going to answer one of our... let's loop. No. If it's too loud, dang, maybe I should just... If you guys can't hear the music, just tell me if it's too loud. Go ahead and tell me. I think I'm just going to turn it down. No, I'll just turn it off. Just for now. I'll try it again later. Alright, but to answer, I think it's Ruthoric. I think I'm saying your name right, Ruthoric. He says a VR game dev stream. Yes, so if you are in game development or you finished a game, I'm welcoming anyone who's working on games or their techs, either in development or already published, to come talk about their game and stuff. Oh, okay, again. Let me see. Try that music now again. So yes, so pretty much since our game is a game development right now, it's a game development stream. If you are in game development, it would be another game development VR. Well, not just VR. Mine's a VR game dev stream. Oh, and also Rutharek says, he said nope, just politics. I think he was answering one of the parts you're talking about. So what do you mean by that, Rutharek, about nope, just politics? I know with your game it is a little political.
Just a tad.
Just a tad. And Coffman R says the music was good. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that on. If it is too loud, please tell me, everyone. I'll turn it down. And it's on, I think it's on loop. Alright, so let me ask. I wish, because I do right now, your game, you do updates every week or every 2 weeks?
We should be posting the updates to the site every 2 weeks. That lines up with our schedule right now. Though we have been trying to get this menu system we have ready into the game, and that's been slowing us down just a bit. So it probably will get a new update next week.
And okay, all right, that's awesome. Yeah, because I know your game is actually on since it's wet, it's deals HTML5 in phaser.js.
Yeah.
For the engine. For his game, it is actually a lot easier to go and play your game with your build.
Yeah.
With our game, it is not, because it's VR and we have to make sure the build's okay. And in VR, we don't want to drop under 90 frames per second. And the reason why you don't really want to do that, because, the camera and the images they lag. So, I think that's what Ruth Arek was talking about, a VR game dev stream. Yes, it is a game VR stream, but at the end of every, if I'm a guest speaker, they talk about their games. So his game is not VR. So I think that's what he meant earlier.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah,
I think I misunderstood.
It's purely a browser game that is made in HTML5 and JavaScript. So that's why it's just available on the web right now at dictatorshipgame.com.
Mm-hmm. All right. And if you guys want to look more for dictatorship.com, they also have their Facebook and a Twitter account. You can go in on our Facebook and Twitter account page and you just see us following them as well. So if you don't mind, we have a couple minutes left. I'm going to have you check out that shield enemy, the placeholder. So go ahead and put your mask on. Mask, well, okay, it's not really a mask, but...
It's a helmet.
It is a helmet. Okay, well, would it be a helmet? Headset? It's a headset. Headset. Boom! Okay, Tower's image. Do. And I know when we're placing in this enemy, it was always distance all the time. Because if you didn't get his distance right, he would actually roam off the platforms. It was pretty funny. Okay,
so...
let me go ahead and... you're gonna see it lag just probably for a moment while I fix this, because everyone else has to see what you're doing too. Alright, awesome.
I can tell when it stops lagging by when the wind spirit spinning syncs up.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Alright, so go ahead and look around. There should be the placeholder of the shield enemy.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. So go ahead and mess with that little dude. Like don't kill him right away.
Well, I'm a little afraid that it's... Well, I know that it speeds up when it sees me, but I don't know if it... Hold on. Okay, so I guess it kind of looks like if a snowman head had ears and a horn.
A snowman had ears and a horn.
Yeah, the head of a snowman had ears and a horn. I'm not entirely sure what it is designed to look like.
Well, we do have that design. We have to make sure the model's ready to be placed in the game. But all of our enemies are gonna have the eyeball theme. And they will look a little bit scarier and cooler than our placeholder here, but this is pretty much as mechanics of the shield enemy is going to be. It'll chase you if you get too close, as you can see. But if it doesn't notice you, it will stop chasing you.
Hold on a second. This music. I thought that the change in the music came at the very end when I grabbed the last collectible, but I guess I was wrong there. It just happened to be timed in that way. Weird. Yeah,
so our music isn't on cues right now. In development, if we have to show our first beta form of the game on June 3rd, we don't know if we can do cues on time with the intensity of enemies, but that's still one of our stretch goals for sure. Are you still trying to blow up our character? You are. Dang it, Jake. You would do that. You would try and blow up my character. Yeah.
Did it.
Oh, poor adventurer. Some people always ask what's his name, and we're still thinking about it. But if you guys have some awesome names, go ahead and message it right now, and we'll read those off. Is he Hank the Tank 661? You got 2 musics playing. Oh, snap.
Oh, is that what? Oh,
there
yeah.
You go.
Okay.
Oh.
Ha.
That would make sense. Boom. Thank you, Hank the Tank 661. Live streams are so much fun because you watch how I mess up on everything. Okay, it just lagged for a moment because I had to turn off the other music.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's better. You only hear one.
By the way,
yeah.
Just to tell the stream audience, the music that the composer for Kelsey's game is also composing music for Dictatorship. Matt Kelly.
No, Matt Kelly.
Is he just doing sound effects for you?
Yeah, he's doing sound effects for us. He gave us another composer.
Someone else is... Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think Matt is making your music soundtracks, but he got us another person called Ryan Pratt.
Okay, never mind. I knew
but we have the same person.
I know that he was your sound designer, but I didn't think that... I thought he was your composer as well. Okay.
No, he said he'd get his friend on. But yeah, so Dictatorship and Tornado Tower, we do share the same art not art, sorry, audio lead designer. I think he'd be more of our audio director. But he got us our own composer, Ryan Pratt. Oh, Coffman says, "You're awesome, Kelsey." Thank you, Coffman. I think you're spintastic and awesome too.
I think they're a little bit biased. I don't know why.
Think they're biased? Well, they see me the most on the stream. You guys all like Jake too, right? Don't worry, Jake. I think you're cool. So, all right, the no bamboo. Would you kind of wish you saw more of those bamboo spikes? A little bit more?
Well, the fact that they just appear like this there, kind of weird. Like I expected that you mean for them to shoot out of the ground.
No, that's pretty much what it's supposed to do. It materializes and then it dematerializes.
It's a little weird. Okay, so why does this one shoot here materialize like on its own, and then the rest of it appears all at once?
Probably bad animation, to be honest.
So I guess if you want it to materialize, then I guess have them materialize one at a time, or have it a little more spaced out than just having the rest of them appear all at once.
But would it be a good hint for the players if we had no ground markers on it? Ooh.
Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if I'm... There we go. So the thing is that if it were about to materialize, or... So what I was expecting would be... where is it? Where actually is it? I don't know where I was when it was... Whoa. Okay.
Well, you did something.
Well, I think I reset the camera somehow, but
Oh, that would suck.
So I guess I was expecting it when, instead of just suddenly appearing above the ground, to maybe have the sprouts poke out a little bit and then shoot up. So that would tell me, oh, it's about to happen. Just like a little hint, and then the animation happens. And then I like the how it breaks apart.
You like that it dematerializes like that?
Well, yeah, it's like if you had it growing out of the ground, it grows super fast, and then it decomposes immediately too. So like that'd be a cool effect. But the shooting out of the ground is just a gameplay thing of just like, oh, a warning of something's here, boom. But just seeing that motion of boom, it shoots up would be important too.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, we didn't know if it was going to be a patch of dirt or not, but I kind of like that little spikes, just a little beginning of a bamboo there. So while you're finishing this out, we got like only 2 minutes left. Tornado Tower is actually going to go to the Tech Museum in San Jose on Saturday, May 6th. I think the event's called Girls Talk. Tornado Tower, Rachel and I are going to go present our game and talk to young girls, maybe some of them are elementary and even high school, maybe even college students and their families and siblings, showing where certain STEM majors can go into. And one of them is game development. Yes. So it'd be kind of cool to inspire young girls to get more into STEM and see that. So if anyone's in the San Jose area, go ahead and check us out at Tech Museum. Get to come play our little demo that we have right now. Tomorrow I think I'll put in just a couple more art for visual for the young girls. But if you guys are in the neighborhood, check out Tech Museum from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tornado Tower will be there from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. to showcase their game. And there's also be 2 other UC Santa Cruz games in there called Dragon Crash by Norma 2. And then there's a young girl named Joyce. And I'm trying to remember her game, but I never got to play that game. All right.
By the way, I noticed that when I'm in this state with the wind pointing at me, I can't actually climb up.
Yeah. There's always little bugs. I'm going to go ahead and cancel you out, all right?
Hold on. I just want to try one more time.
All right. He's going to try. Did you make it? He made it! Yay, Jake! Woo, we beat my sister at that. I think she tried that before. She got really close, but now she's like, sorry, sis. I guess you have some competition with Jake here. Can you make that big landing? Oh, Hank the Tank 661 says, good guess, Kelsey. He has a good eye. Yes, Jake actually is a pretty good play tester. He will try and break my game and kill my enemy all the time. And my character. You would kill my character, wouldn't you?
I have, many times.
Yeah. Yes, all the time. All right, let's go ahead and get you out. It's 8 p.m. So, are you okay?
Yep, just one last test.
Oh, now he's just showing off.
Yep, there we go.
All right. Whew. You're pretty good. You're getting pretty good at the wind tunnels here. Do. All right. So it is 8 p.m. Tornado Fan-nados. I'm so glad you guys were able to come to our Twitch stream. Don't forget to come next week at 7 p.m. for our Twitch stream. And also at 5:30, I believe Dictatorship also has your Twitch stream, correct?
Yes.
Is it also next Friday?
It should be next Friday. And 5:30 sounds right. I keep getting the time mixed up because we had a different time at some point last quarter. So I think...
Yeah, last quarter it was like 4 p.m. But so I know it's from 5:30 p.m. Check them out. Our channel here also hosts them if you guys want to look. And then 30 minutes after their gameplay, Tornado Tower starts at 7 p.m. If you haven't subscribed or follow us yet, go ahead and go to our Facebook channel, Twitter, and YouTube to check out our videos and updated posts on our game at the Tornado Tower. And don't forget Dictatorship as well, Twitter and Facebook, and their website.
Yep,
Is there anything else you're on?
Yeah, just Dictatorship game, pretty much everywhere.
All right. Yep, Dictatorship with exclamation point. Yeah. Okay, and don't forget, if you are in the area for San Jose tomorrow on May 6th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., we have, I think it's called Girls Talk event or Girls Tech. I'll post it on our Facebook page as well as Twitter right after the stream for everyone to see that. Tornado Tower will be there to present their game from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you guys are in the neighborhood or in the Bay Area, please come and play, and you can ask Rage and I all the questions you have that you might not have been able to ask on this stream. And until then, I hope you guys have a spintastic night, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye!
Bye.